All right, everyone. Welcome to Long Time No See. We're back this Monday night live. I'm here hosting with Wes. My name is Jack. Wes, you want to say hi?
Yeah, sure. Hi.
We've got Maddie Mays,
Hello.
Lola,
Hey.
Yaya.
Hi.
And this week we're answering the question, is it embarrassing to have a boyfriend?
Is having a boyfriend embarrassing?
Whatever. Is having a boyfriend embarrassing? We're going to start in with one of our callers, and then we're going to rock and roll from there. I know there was a big article that came out about it, which we'll read for those who haven't read it. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Be sure, if you want to call in, our lines are going to be open, so feel free to call in with your take. Yeah, happy Monday. Here we go.
Alexis, calling from New York. I'm calling because I saw that is having a boyfriend embarrassing, and the answer is simply yes. I think that they are all liars and cheaters and mean, and it's embarrassing for us because we act like we like them. Well, not act, we like them, and then they betray us. So yes, having a boyfriend is simply embarrassing, especially when they don't give you a Christmas present and you gave them a Christmas present and a birthday present right before Christmas because that's when their birthday is. So yeah. Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you, Alexis, for calling in from New York.
Thanks, Alexis.
We all have our reasons.
That's a question. That just happened.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, Christmas was like that's like a month ago. That's like a month ago. Oh shit.
All right, Maddie, what do you think?
Okay. Do I her point or my own?
Let's
point?
start with her point, and then we can go into yours.
Oh,
Okay.
help her.
Okay.
Person.
Yeah. So she's not inherently wrong in the sense of like I think she's dealing with trauma that's fresh, and she has a lot of bias in her opinion. I think there's.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
Why'd
I
you
mean,
say that?
her reasons too for finding them to be embarrassing, I don't necessarily agree with. I agree. I think having a boyfriend is embarrassing in different ways. But if you're like, oh, he didn't buy me a Christmas present, I'm like, he just sounds like an asshole. I don't know if that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing for you in that sense. So okay, maybe it is embarrassing. Yeah,
It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. But my personal opinion is also yes. I think it is until it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, having a boyfriend is embarrassing because sometimes, like, it be the person that you really don't love that much, and everything they do will piss you off and will embarrass you. Like, I've had dudes I've gone out with where we'll see somebody that's like a famous person, and then they tweak too hard, and I'm like, you're embarrassing me, bro. And then I'll know that person and be like homies with them, and I'm like, hey man, you do it too much. Like, you know, I've had times where it's like, yeah, bro, you're not the one. You know what I'm saying? Having a husband also, not the prompts.
Embarrassing.
That's
Oh
embarrassing.
yeah, it's pretty embarrassing. They be doing embarrassing stuff. So sorry to her.
All right, Yaya, what do you think?
Yeah, Alexis, that sounds fresh. I hope that was an ex-boyfriend. That was deeply personal to her. She got real personal with it. But I mean, I agree with her in that sense. Like, I think even if no one knows that you got embarrassed, it's still embarrassing. Like, that moment when Christmas ends and you know you're not getting a Christmas present, that's gotta, like when your armpits start to prickle and then like you feel like sweaty and hot and stuff. That's so embarrassing internally. And then like once you tell your friends about it, embarrassing. And especially if she's still with him. If she didn't dump him right away, worst embarrassment of all time. That's like the part that gets embarrassing, when they do stuff to you and you tell people and then you allow it. That's embarrassing. I feel for you, Alexis. I hope that's your ex.
Lola, what do you think?
Alexis, dude, I'm so sorry. That sounds so rough. But I honestly would push back pretty hard on the embarrassing feature of this, because I feel like there's nothing really embarrassing about you having been wronged and finding shame. Like, embarrassing denotes like outward shame, whereas you're worried about how other people are viewing the situation, whereas this is more of like an inward pain. And I don't think you feeling that pain should equate to you feeling embarrassed, because I don't feel like other people should judge you for being wronged.
Maddie?
Have you ever like had like embarrassment by yourself before? Like, if you ever like embarrass yourself by yourself, you could definitely do that. You could definitely do that where you're like at home and you do some dumb shit, and then you're just by yourself, and then you look in the mirror like, what have I done? You know. So I mean, to your point, like I agree with that though, with like, you know, the idea, the concept of embarrassment. But I've definitely done things with dudes where I'm driving on the way home where I'm like, what did I do?
Oh God, please.
So fair.
Just
So
figured that
fair.
I
for
think
me.
cringe and embarrassment, I think, is a similar. If there's a Venn diagram of that.
So do you think having a boyfriend is cringe?
See, but that's the Venn diagram, right? That's that Venn diagram. Because sometimes having a boyfriend, I don't think is cringe unless he do some cringe shit. It depends on. I think it is until it's not. Because if it's somebody you love, there's nothing that they can do. That's gonna, unless you know, because it's where the it comes in, right?
Yeah.
A lot of nasty words were thrown here. Yeah. So I think, I don't know. Like, I think like there's some dudes that like you love them so much they do some embarrassing shit, but you love them so it's not embarrassing to you. But having a boyfriend as a whole, as a woman in 2026, I can see it. I can get it.
Wes, what do you think?
Yeah, as someone who hopes to be a boyfriend one day, I'm like, oh, yeah, no, it is.
Cringe.
I mean, the first thing that comes to mind for me is just I think of every single one of my guy friends, straight guy friends, and the thought that they will be boyfriends and then fathers, or husbands and then fathers. I'm like, this is embarrassing. There's no way. I just think of every single dumb thing we've ever done. And the fact that somebody's gonna be like, that's the love of my life. I just like, you know, I'm like, this idiot, like I've known him for 20 years. That's embarrassing. But I mean, obviously, I like falling in love is not embarrassing. And I think like you said that to me at the party, like it is embarrassing until it isn't. Like if he's a great guy that treats you really well and it's like you're in love and it's like what all the books and movies and everything's about. It's not embarrassing. It's awesome, and it's jealousy inducing, and everyone hates you for it. Again, which is like, I think that was part of in the article as well. Is that it can be embarrassing because it seems like you're just showing off. Like, if you do have a good one, which again,
I want it to be known I am hating from outside the club. So shit,
Yeah.
I can't even get in. So.
Do you think our tolerance for cringe and embarrassment is lower than ever?
I think we see a lot more cringe and embarrassing things. Like that's like that whole idea of like when people, because it's like one thing to like say like, oh, like I'm at a dinner party, here's this like funny embarrassing thing I did, versus like I'm watching a stranger like cry publicly, like, or even like do things that they don't think are cringe. But like there's people now who like they come online and they tell you about a cringe or embarrassing thing they did. I'm like, it's one thing like if you're doing something that you're doing earnestly, you don't think it's embarrassing, I'm like, I might still find it cringe. But like it's like when people get on the internet and like cry, I'm like, we used to have diaries, like so I feel like I do see a lot more of people's like intimate embarrassing moments that we didn't really need to see. I'm all for authenticity. I'm not saying like no, be fake. I'm just saying you could be private, you could be quiet sometimes. So I think that's why we see more of it.
I mean, they say to be cringe is to be free, right?
Yeah.
But I think to bring up what you said about the collective, I think when we bring it to the collective, that's when the other judgments and those feelings start to come in for sure. But I mean, I have a funny story. It was Halloween, and my ex, and this is not about my boyfriend, my friend's boyfriend at the time. It was Halloween, and bro had never eaten pork in his life. And my ex convinced him to eat these pork ribs because they were really good. And bro was dressed as Barnacle Boy. And he was wearing like neoprene, some, polyester fabric. And so bro got really musty because he had never had pork in his life. And was musty. The whole party was spicy, bro. Musty as hell. And like Shorty, whose boyfriend it was, she's dressed as a sexy ass mermaid man. She got to do was musty ass Barnacle Boy. You know what I'm saying? But she loved him. So she helped hold him down in the back. Like a
dog? He could have gone to the bathroom?
No, bro. When they went to the bathroom, the back of the bathroom, you know what I mean?
Oh, I thought you meant out back.
No, that's crazy.
I thought you meant hose too. Just
that's what I'm saying, but she
love
over
you,
here,
babe.
But she over here, she looked fine as fuck, and he looked goofy, and he has scoliosis too. So he's like scoliosis, and Barnacle Boy.
Is scoliosis embarrassing?
Now we read the Judy
Yeah,
Blue
yeah.
book, like that
Yeah.
book. That girl.
Exactly.
Are you there, God? It's me.
Exactly, but he's all scoliosis and musty, and eating pork for the first time in a long time, and so it's just like, and in that moment, I was embarrassed for her because anytime anybody's musty, well, you said earlier with the arms down, anytime anybody's musty, but my boyfriend, who I gotta go home and have sex with on Halloween, we fucking this Halloween.
Yeah, it's a sexy holiday.
It's a sexy holiday.
Top
I
3
look
sexy
good.
holidays.
Yeah.
Top 3. Actually, the sexiest holiday. That's why it's my favorite.
I agree.
4th of
But-
July, close second.
Thanksgiving.
It's not
Yeah.
sexy.
July is not sexy.
Family
I
around.
think 4th of July is
Yeah.
very.
But it is nice.
4th of July is a very rowdy,
I'm
drunk
definitely
holiday
not
where everyone's trying to be hot. That's a sexy
I
holiday.
feel like New Year's is sexier than
No.
4th of July.
Agreed.
New Year's
July, like,
Wait,
that's
New Year's
throwing
might be
up.
number one.
New Year's used to be
Yeah.
sexy, but now that every New Year's you have to do something cool, I think it's like a too high pressure. I think people are stressed out on New Year's.
You check to see if
Everyone's
yeah.
so desperate to find the party or the thing to go to
Yeah.
that by the time you get somewhere at like 10:55, no one's feeling sexy on New Year's. I feel like it's too high pressure.
And then
Can
you
I-
miss the bomb drop.
Can I say something on the cringe thing?
Of course.
I feel like we're in this like weird time where there's this juxtaposition of the highest propensity ever of stuff that is super cringy being shared, and then on the flip side, people judging more than ever because there's the highest propensity we've ever had. Like one of my favorite comments on TikTok all the time is like, let's bring back bullying. Like, why are we not bullying more people? Public shame. Let's start public shaming again and all of that. But yeah, what was the question? Are we more cringy or
I think
Yeah.
is our tolerance for cringe lower than ever.
Yeah.
But it's kind of weird because it feels like we're exposed to more of it than ever also
Yeah.
right now. So you would think our tolerance would be higher.
I actually do kind of think it's higher.
Yeah, I agree with that.
We're tolerating a
Yeah,
lot more of
but
it.
is it because we're not? Yeah, okay, I guess so. I guess there's just not as much bullying happening around. But you look at the comment
back
section,
bullying.
you're like, you cannot
also-
F up or else everyone's going to
It-
pounce on you.
It does go back to the everyone having phones on them at all times. So you're just catching more like funny, silly moments where people are falling and slipping and doing embarrassing stuff. That look like you had to see it. Now it's just like
I saw
there's
it.
camera footage for Actually, 3 of my friends were Snapchatting at that very moment.
yeah,
It's like,
multiple POVs
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
same problem.
It's like basically if you did something embarrassing, like slipped on a banana peel or whatever, only the people that were right there could laugh at it, and like then you'd be like, oh, banana peel, and everyone's like, oh, we kind of get it, but
I mean, is people even like making like people are even like faking embarrassing moments? Like embarrassing yourself is an
So
easy way to go
true.
fucking viral.
Mm-hmm.
Like so I'm like I think also like we're everyone's so self obsessed now that we don't have, not in a bad way, like kind of in a bad way, but like no one's like really taking the time to be like, you just did this really embarrassing thing, like da-da-da, because it's just like, yeah, that was embarrassing. Maybe I'm judging, maybe I'm laughing, but like my attention span's 14 seconds. So I am moving on to the next thought.
yeah.
Well, I did see this video recently. It was a guy, he was trying to break dance at a party. And he had his drink in his back pocket and then thought it was milk because it spilled everywhere. And he tried to get up and then he slipped on the milk and then the whole party's laughing at him. And I'm like, ooh, this is pure cringe embarrassment. Not even cringe, it was pure embarrassment I haven't seen in a long time.
Why did he have milk in his back pocket?
I don't know why he had milk in his
Is it a
pocket.
Mormon party?
No, it looked like it was a can, but it was like a milky liquid. And everyone was like, "Yo, why he got milk?" And so it was just like, and everybody was arguing. And it was like clearly high school kids, so it's like where embarrassment counts.
Yeah.
Counts over there. But it's interesting too because it's like because of our cringe tolerance nowadays, it's like we almost do things unironically, ironically. Because of our over tolerance of the cringe, so things become so meta that they're layered on top of layered that it's like, what even is this anymore? Until it's then you see moments like that, a bro trying to do the pinwheel breakdance move and then slip on the milk. It's like
Ray
that's
gun.
real embarrassment.
Ray Gun.
Yeah.
That poor girl. Oh, no, I don't feel that bad for her because you could
Yeah.
have just also not. Ray Gun, the breakdance.
Was in the Olympics.
The-
It's like I feel
Philly
bad for
breakdancer.
her
You know her
until
name
a
is
point.
crazy.
Yeah, like I feel bad up until a point. Because I'm also just like
Whoopee.
someone could have just stopped her. Like
I
she
mean,
could have
the
just.
fact that you made it to the, I mean,
Yeah, someone could have
also aren't they just they're like nixing that as a.
Yeah.
as
It's
a-
gone.
yeah,
I'm just
it's
like
What?
her one
It's absolutely
performance
gone.
ruined it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they took it out.
They had like one black person
There's
give a go.
I know there's brain.
One hip hop Asian tribe.
Just
Yeah.
oh Lord, you remember the Jabberwockies? Like them motherfuckers would have
Yeah.
fucked that shit
No,
up.
Yeah,
they should
yeah.
have got a Filipino.
Oh, yo,
I'm talking about But
Now
even
their
this
Olympic
gloving-
dreams are just gone because one Australian lady was so bad. Like,
I mean, like, I think it was like in there for a trial run, but I feel like if it hadn't gotten quite so much attention, they would have just like let it slide by. But I think they're like, yeah, we need to recalibrate. We got to
Yeah.
work on the
So
qualifications.
imagine, right? Your boyfriend breakdances,
Yeah.
and then they say
He's a 10, but he break dances.
No, but
Two.
you have to do the caveat. He break dances at parties where no one else is.
oh yeah.
Because it's
Or,
like,
playing
Alone.
Wonderwall.
with milk in his pocket.
because it's like one thing if your boyfriend's like a Jabberwocky. I'd be like, yeah, my man can't dance. Let's go to
Yeah.
your competitions. You want to do that like in public with civilians? No.
That's what I'm saying. Is it embarrassing, right?
Yeah.
You got some. Is it not embarrassing if your boyfriend's a Jabberwocky?
Yeah.
But
no.
it's embarrassing if it's a hobby.
But see, also, I will say, I, as someone with very low standards, when I like someone, like, I very much think that, like, your standards drop like crazy. Like, things aren't embarrassing when you actually like the person. Like,
yeah.
the amount of things I have let slide. I mean, I was in love with a crackhead. Like, that motherfucker was on cocaine all the time.
Real crack.
No, not real crack.
okay.
That would be a deal breaker.
I'm like,
I'd
that's
be-
embarrassing.
I would. I actually do
crack.
have a standard. It's just that would be too far. But you see how I'm like, but like cocaine? No, he just likes to party. You know, on the weekdays at 10.
yeah.
I was like letting a lot of shit slide.
Yeah.
That I definitely am not like wouldn't anymore because I'm like not in love with him anymore. But I'm like, when you like someone, like, because you know, like they're like even like okay, think of like Disney adults. Like so many Disney adults are married to not Disney adults. Like that to me, like being a Disney adult, like one of the top embarrassing things you could do. But there's so many people who are married.
Sound off in the comments.
I love Disney. I cry every time I go to Disneyland. I chase down the princesses. I'm like, I went to Disneyland for the first time as an adult, and I cried.
So yeah. So a little
I
bit of
can't
that
do
connection
it.
there, yeah.
No, I cried in the Tarzan's like little castle or whatever. I was like, oh my god, this is where the monkeys left them.
Yeah.
But like you know, like the Disney adults who like they go
Yeah,
a
yeah,
lot
they-
and they
yeah.
have the ears and they have
Yeah.
Disney art in their
It's
house.
too much.
But they're married to like a lot of times like they'll be married to people who aren't Disney adults and they're just able to like kind of look past. It's like the same as like Harry Potter adults
Well,
or like
that's
Yeah.
autism. That's love on the spectrum. It's
Oh,
that. It's
God.
100% that. That's 100%.
it's true love.
Yeah, it is 100% that. Yeah.
Do we think that because, like, so if our tolerance for cringe and embarrassment is higher, is it because we're exposed to more of it just because of social media? Because I feel like the level of cringe and embarrassment's the same number as it probably always has been, like in private.
Yeah.
But now we just see it so much, we're like more cool with it versus like, because I think about in high school, like I can like name out the super psycho embarrassing moments that happened to like friends who like voice cracked when they were reading out loud, like seared
Yeah,
into
yeah.
my memory.
Yeah.
And it's because everyone like jumped on the moment and was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Bah!"
Yeah.
And I'm like, I wonder if that goes away because now we're just exposed to it so much that doesn't matter as much.
I think we might have less of a tolerance for it, like for ourselves, like when we're cringy, because everything is being recorded and it's like is more permanent. But like more of it, like from other people, like I mean, you just see cringe content every single day. I mean, the amount of, but I'll cringe at like any like manosphere, like that makes me cringe. I'm just like, people can see this, dude. Like
Yeah.
So it depends, like what you find cringy, but I mean, like
I think that I think it's because our neo self-obsessed nature, right? Everybody's so
Yeah.
obsessed with things that they got going on that we're actually more thinking about the embarrassing things that we've done more than any of us is thinking about anything that they've done. We can look back and laugh. Like I knew this girl in high school that had a video go out of her, fingering herself, but it was with a carrot. And I'm sure she thinks about that all the time, but I don't think about that
Carrot
all the time.
girl.
Yeah,
Tap
that's what I'm
in.
saying.
oh man,
Tap in.
Do we feel like
sure she
because
does think about that.
But that only popped in my head because we're like, oh yeah, we talking about high school embarrassing moments, things that happened. My brain went Rolodex.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
that. But I'm
Yeah.
not thinking about
She
like
definitely
Yeah.
is.
those little things. But because everyone is in a position where we're putting ourselves out there, we're thinking about those things.
we have a very surprise guest coming in?
Oh, okay.
Let's
Does she
see.
need this mic?
Yeah, we'll give her that mic. Is it open?
It's open.
All right, please welcome to the show, Miss Haley Long. We got a mic for you. I was gonna say, do we think because yeah, you can take a seat right there.
Oh, you put that little pillow down for me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can sit next to Trudy. I was gonna say, do we think that
Hey.
because the embarrassing moments with a boyfriend are so hyper like targeted into their significant other, and then it's just like that personal friend group is the one being exposed to this just like psychoticness that's being just like ripped through this boyfriend to this poor woman, it's worse.
I think that one of the reasons, like for me, like when you said this, like the prompts, I didn't read the article. For me, like the reason I think
We'll read the article after this.
having a boyfriend is embarrassing is because very weirdly, anything that a boyfriend does looks bad on, like anything the guy does looks bad on the girl. So if the girl does something bad, it looks bad on her. The guy does something bad, it looks bad on her. But like, you think of your guy friends with like crazy girlfriends. Like everyone's like, yeah, bro, your girlfriend's so crazy. It doesn't ever bounce back to the guy.
Really true.
Like it's like even think of like okay, Bill and Hillary or whatever. Like Clinton. Like Hillary, like I'm just like not our friends Bill and Hillary,
Yeah.
but like you know Bill and
Friends
Hillary,
of the show.
yeah, like that's like the first like that's an example like that like no matter what she does like okay so he does a bad thing, it turns like it gets snapped back to her. She does like the emails thing, it gets snapped back to her. I'm like, why wasn't Bill getting all the heat when she got caught up in her own scandal? And it's like every celebrity scandal that happens, like the guy does something, the girl's like the one embarrassed. The girl does something, she's the one embarrassed. Like guys never get embarrassed by their girlfriend.
Well, I mean that's true. But in guy circles, like if your girlfriend's really annoying, it you're getting roasted for it. Maybe not directly because guys don't feel so like. If your buddy is dating a gal that you don't like, but he's in love, you're sort of like, whatever makes you happy, dude. I mean, that's like sort of guys' roles in each other's lives. But if she sucks and he's bringing her around all the time, like that's a problem, you know.
But it's like
guys do not like that.
But it's still like, bro, your girlfriend's so annoying. Your girlfriend's so crazy.
Yeah.
Like when girls have annoying boyfriends, it's like, girl, like you're fucking stupid. Like,
Yeah,
da-da-da.
yeah.
It's like you're the one embarrassed.
Also,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Girlfriends be annoying whenever the guy be doing shit that they like. They'll be doing stuff that pisses you off and makes you nag. And then, like, okay, no, this sounds crazy. Hold on, let me pull back. Hold on.
They're asking for it.
There are situations where they don't fully communicate those things to their friends because they don't want to talk about the relationship with their friends.
Yeah.
But they'll do things where and then it'll get to the point where you start sounding crazy. Where you're like, I'm not crazy. I know I'm not crazy. And then they're like, oh, you just being annoying. Gosh, my girl being annoying. She doing this, that, whatever. When that things aren't being communicated to them. Because for guys, the only thing that makes them feel, I mean, I'm not a guy.
Yeah.
But the things that they're talking about are embarrassing is the other women, right? And it's obviously the patriarchal whatever, where women are, the systemic things that are there. But I think that there are things that just aren't fully communicated when it comes to relationships to their friends. Because even girls will complain about a guy all day and we're like, yeah, fuck him. And then you're like, well, wait, I love him. Like, girl, you just said he did this, that, whatever. But because all we did is complain, you know? So the flip side could be there as well.
I mean, yeah. I guess the point was like you know, there's obviously girls you don't like, right? Like there's just people that suck, and if somebody brings them around, honestly, in any capacity, forget if they're even dating them, you're like, what are you doing here? Like, so I mean, that is embarrassing. I think a little bit, like.
Yeah, I just think it's like weird because it's like an online thing. Obviously, it was like that before in the '90s too. It's like even when you think of think of any scandal, like you know, like Kobe or like Anthony Weiner, any like scandal, like there's the whole like the woman has to be there to like stand by her man and like all this stuff. And I can't think of a single example where a female celebrity or politician or public figure was in a scandal and like we saw the husband. Like I can think of so many men in scandals and like everyone's just like talking about the woman or roasting the woman or like the woman has to be standing there by her man. And I can't think of an example with the woman.
Where the
Will
woman
Smith?
was
Or what's his name? Who
Oh, yeah,
slapped
Will Smith
Chris
is
Rock?
actually pretty good.
that's a great example.
I think that's one of the rare examples where a man was embarrassed by the woman, but not because of the slap, but because of all the stuff.
Cheating.
Little ball head
Because
Well, they
all
have
of
shit.
the,
They
we're
have it.
having sex with his best friend.
Yeah.
thing.
Like that whole like that's like one really rare example, but you see it so often with women where like everyone was just like, Will, like, stand up. Like, Will, this is embarrassing. You are being embarrassed, even though they
Yeah.
had their own, like, terms or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But, like,
Funny
that
love.
happens all the time with women.
Yeah.
Where, like, a man's actions, instead of everyone, like, talking about, like, what Jada was doing or talking about, like, what's normally the man, everyone's like, Will, what are you doing? You're embarrassed. Like, that's a great example.
Courtney Love
Yeah,
also,
Kirk
and
Cobain,
Sid and Nancy. Nancy apparently was like one of the worst people to be around. Sid Vicious from the Sex Pistols. Apparently Nancy, everybody in the documentary was just like, bro,
Yeah.
she sucked. She
Yeah.
fucking sucked. And like, you know, so there are examples of bitches sucking. Yeah.
And even, like, Courtney Love, I feel like everything was about
Yeah.
how Courtney Love.
yeah.
Rarely do girls suck.
Yeah.
Those are just a few examples
All
of
the
not very
You can
many.
only list
thought
on
of
one
3
hand.
for all of history thought
Strange.
of 3, so
And girls sometimes they suck on anniversaries or holidays.
That feels like a personal call out.
Sometimes they swallow. Sorry.
should we read
Only
the
on
article, Jack?
birthdays.
Or I was gonna say, like, at what point is it embarrassing to still be with this embarrassing guy versus the guy being embarrassing? You know what I mean?
Wait, say that
Because
again?
like, at what point is it like embarrassing that you're still with this person instead of just the guy is embarrassing?
I think
like, you know
think
what I mean? At some point, aren't you like, get rid of him? Or
Well, like, shut up about the problems. If you gonna stay with that man, shut
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Your
it's
relationship
I
should be
think
a
it's
circle.
I think it's a two-way street where it's like, yeah, boyfriend can be embarrassing, and then all of a sudden being his girlfriend's
Like, girl,
embarrassing.
stand up. Have some
Yeah.
dignity. If you
Well,
want to
the
eat shit,
question Is having a boyfriend embarrassing? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not is having a girlfriend embarrassing. I think that's a totally different topic.
Yeah.
yeah.
And having a
It isn't.
Yeah.
It's very cool, and I would love to
Tune in
do it
next
one
week.
day.
Yeah. yeah. Well, I'll just be like, no. Next question. No, it's actually really neat. Please, somebody.
That kind of answers the whole topic that we've been talking about. Having a girlfriend is not really that embarrassing, but having a boyfriend can be embarrassing for the girl if he doesn't treat you right, if you're chasing after him, if he constantly is shitting on you or putting you down, then yeah, having a boyfriend's embarrassing. But if you like your boyfriend and he treats you with respect and you guys are actually friends, then how is that embarrassing at all?
It's not.
Okay, we
I
read the
completely
article
agree.
now.
Yeah,
We're actually getting a caller.
Whoa, caller. You're making people call in.
Hello, you're tuned into Long Time No See. May I ask who's calling and where from?
Hi, Jack. This is Layla. I'm calling from the nail salon.
You're calling from the nail salon? Well, thanks for calling in. We're excited to hear your take.
Okay, perfect. Sorry, it's probably so loud.
It is.
It is, yeah.
Is it? God, forgive me. Okay. Well, I'll try to be quick. But my take is that obviously being in love is not embarrassing. However, I feel like the women that I have in my life, like the way that we all treat each other is so thoughtful and considerate and sweet that it's very difficult for like a boyfriend to come into the picture and not be so outdone and like made to look so embarrassing in contrast. And so I find that it's so rare. It happens, obviously, but it's so rare where you don't have to like critique or correct behavior or like tell somebody how to treat you or like treat your friend. And in that regard, it just becomes embarrassing.
That makes total sense. Thanks for calling in, Layla. We appreciate it. Send us photos of your nails later.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah.
I think that's huge. Like, it's the way you're treated. Like, that's why I think having a girlfriend isn't going to be embarrassing. Not because, like, a girlfriend won't hurt you. Like, trust me, the only time I've been ghosted by was a woman. I got ghosted mid-date by a woman, which was kind of crazy.
Mid-date?
Like, because no, like,
How does that happen?
Mid conversation.
we were at a restaurant. We didn't realize that the restaurant would didn't take reservations, so we were waiting at Blue Jam. We were waiting to get in for like 2 hours. I had to get to rehearsal. She had to go work the farmers market, like the trading post or whatever. So we were like, oh, like we'll meet up for dinner, like after my rehearsal, after you're done with the trading post or whatever. Calling her, texting her, think she's dead on the side of the road. See her 6 months later with another woman. I'm like, at a housewarming, very small housewarming.
Yeah.
But yeah, so women can definitely hurt, but I think
So did you feel embarrassed?
no, but she did. She was like, I was more like, oh God, like running around this very nice housewarming. I'm trying to avoid her. And then we never talked. We didn't talk like the entire, like we never spoke. We made eye contact and we were just like, well, that's that. Never happened with a man. A man would never, to
He
me.
would just leave.
Or they play it off. They play it off real.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, damn, bitch, you don't even want to. Oh, okay, fuck me
I
then.
feel like a man would do exactly
Mike.
what she did.
Microphone. Yeah.
I feel like a man would do exactly what she did in my personal experience.
It was an ego death for me. But definitely, I feel like not only, like obviously, like so it's not like men have like men can't be kind or respectful or something. Everyone has like the same capacity, but when a woman is bad to you, the embarrassment stays with her. When a man is bad to you, it's always your fault. Like, why did you allow that? Why did you still stay with him? Like, well, what did you do? Just generally, not every time, but like if I was to say like, oh, like my girlfriend like forgot my birthday, or my girlfriend like did something small or whatever, people are like, that's crazy. How could she forget your birthday? My boyfriend forgot my birthday. Well, like how long have you been dating? Like, did you like, does he know it's your birthday? Like, so I think that might be a reason, like the male standard of living with like in a relationship is much lower. So the female standard, sorry, I just said female. The woman's standard, like the woman's like responsibilities become higher.
Well, even when you think about like a Gen X woman mentality, right? When you watch like a Sex in the City and like certain things that like you would think is the embarrassing thing for them, often the women in the show, you see them go through these things and it ends up they take on that embarrassment, which is an interesting case study. But then when you think about the idea of like a Gen X woman, and the idea is like, oh, I need a man, I need to be married, I need this thing, otherwise I'm embarrassing because I'm a single woman in the world. And so it's interesting seeing the difference nowadays, and even having this conversation as a topic being something that is so neo-feminist, of like, is it embarrassing to have a boyfriend? We don't need men. We can, get eggs and fertilize eggs on our own. We don't need, what I'm saying, and men almost becoming obsolete, even though it's,
different.
Thank you.
You guys
Yeah, not us, right?
yeah, not at all. But I mean, like the retrospect, right? But then when you think about the idea of like, the idea of not needing men, but then also that animalistic and like innate desire for romance, right? And like we said earlier, like are men, they're embarrassing until they're not, or they're not embarrassing until they are. And I think that's just anybody anywhere, because you could just also have a friend that just kind of also, like we said earlier, somebody that just kind of sucks.
Yeah.
I do think to like the Sex in the City example, like that's a really good Gen X call out. I just feel like these things also aren't as black and white as people are always discussing. For example, like, I mean, I hope whoever is tuning into this has watched Sex in the City, but like Big and Carrie are the perfect example of both of them being two of the most cringy people of all time. Like two things can be true at the same time. And like Carrie is a deeply painful character to watch her decision making, but Big's also a horrible person. And I feel like to that point, like, in a way, I think a lot of us, or a lot of women, can over project like all the wrongdoings of all men and just denote it into this like small category of embarrassing. Whereas like we should just be rejecting individual actions, but like that kind of gives my answer to this. Like, I don't think having a boyfriend is embarrassing, but similar to Haley's point, I think not rejecting what isn't your standard is really embarrassing. But like the blanket statement, I don't really buy into it. Like, we hate love now? Are we damaged as a society that we hate being in love? Like,
Are we so hetero-fatalistic?
All right, we're getting another caller.
It's in the article. I know. Yeah.
Hi there. Thanks for calling in. Would you mind letting us know your name and where you're calling in from?
Yeah. So my name's Wes. And,
Oh.
I'm
Wes
from
too.
Los Angeles, California. Currently in San Pedro, just so everybody can dox that. So embarrassing boyfriend calling in. The one thing that I will, because there's a lot of things that like I can't speak on for sure. But I do want to say, just listening to you guys talk, I do think there's like a really hard line between embarrassing and abuse.
Yeah.
And a lot of what you guys are like talking about really feels like it rides the line of verbal abuse. Where I think embarrassing is I can drink too much in front of my girlfriend's coworkers and forget that it's probably a professional setting, and maybe say some offhand
Very
jokes
relatable.
or you know what I mean? I think there's a big difference between just kind of being embarrassing and going home. And honestly, most times, we laugh about it. We're so comfortable with each other that embarrassment in, red cheeks and oh no, in the moment, later, hey, maybe don't do that again, but also this is hilarious. You know what I mean? Way different than some of the things that I've been hearing that you guys are saying are embarrassing, which kind of feels like abuse. So anyways, that's my take. I love you guys. I feel like I had to call in because I call in every week, even though I can't really say much here. So
We
have a
appreciate
great
you
night.
calling in. Thank you, Wes.
You guys are great.
Take
Yeah,
care.
bye.
Nice.
All right.
So yeah, I agree. I think you guys are being too hard on boyfriends.
Okay, I'll give another example.
I feel like that supported what I said though right before.
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, that's real. I with what he said, I think there is some trauma that maybe, that we played off as, ooh, that's embarrassing. Nah, bro was abusive. So that's a fair thing. But I will say one time there was this white dude I was dating and he started doing a black scent around my black friends.
How dare
And he kept doing it and I didn't really tell him no, but he just only ever did it around he would play it up. And it was just he was code switching and I was just I'm really embarrassed. And that's not abusive. That's pure embarrassment. And it was just
That's a bad one.
Yeah.
That's
See?
pretty bad.
you know what I'm saying? So, but also at the same time, if I made him my boyfriend, I definitely would have felt incredibly embarrassed by this guy. I can't bring him places. That's the thing is, can you bring them everywhere?
See, that's the thing. That's the thing. Not everyone should go everywhere. There's some people they like chameleons, but I think because it sounds bitchy when you say it, when you're I can't bring this friend to that thing or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But first of all, it works both ways. I have friends that I couldn't bring to a dive bar. I'm first of all, bitch, you snooty. And then I have some friends who I'm I couldn't bring to an event because first of all, bitch, you might be a cokehead. No, we can't be doing that out in the open.
Yeah.
But it's I think it's not always mean to not bring your friends places where they won't be comfortable. Obviously, you shouldn't segregate your friends. But some people
thrive in different environments.
Yeah,
and that's fine. Yeah.
I genuinely I tried to bring one of my bougie friends to a dive bar, and then there was some homeless. It was a situation, and she got in her car real quick and left. But it was fine. I won't do that again. Yeah. I'll meet her at Wally's.
Wally's?
We
At Wine Bar.
were thinking about doing some shows at a Ritz-Carlton, and so we showed up, and Jack is in sweat shorts, walking around. But the guy showing us around was in a 3-piece suit, $10,000 suit. Could have been anyone. Sorry, my business.
Maybe
partner.
a friend, maybe some other friend.
Jack was dressed like a homeless
Could've been
guy.
anyone. I'll just say my business partner. Could have been anybody. So yeah, you can't take some people anywhere.
Bro, you really pointed.
Noted.
We got a voicemail we can listen to also.
Nice.
Should we do the article too? Cause
Yeah, we'll do that.
that.
Let's do voicemail and then we can go article.
Put my feet all up
I know, he's getting comfortable.
Yes.
You can't bring her nowhere.
I'm
Hey, it's Richie.
Oh wait, we got another caller coming in.
Ooh, popular.
While we're doing this, okay.
Probably say West 2 was wrong.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hello?
Hi. Sorry, I had a question. I have a lot of nerdy hobbies like California native plants, specifically growing them, and autistic knowledge of rocks. How early do I let in a new partner into those hobbies?
Right away. That's cool.
Immediate.
So
Disclose that
That's
immediately.
not embarrassing.
That's
at all.
not
You're good to
embarrassing.
go. Let that fly.
Who is this? Richie?
If someone thinks
that
that's
fly.
embarrassing, then they're not the right person.
Bitches love
Amen.
rocks, motherfucker.
Yeah, I love rocks. Igneous, metamorphic.
I like them when they crystals.
No,
That's a cloud.
Yeah.
I like crystals.
All right, consensus is you're good to share that ASAP.
Is it weird to give rocks to people
No!
on the first date?
Oh no.
Don't do
Maybe
that.
maybe not the first date.
Don't bring it
Maybe
on the
hold
first
for a
date.
second.
Everyone other
Yeah,
than
yeah, not the first
See
date.
if they warrant a rock.
Because like if
I
you
know who they're looking for. an
Save
answer
that
from.
rock.
Yeah. They're all like, okay. Yeah. Well, okay. Here's the thing. If they brought a rock on the first date, then I would know that they know that I like rocks, right? So it's like, okay, then you did too much research. But but if I told you on the first date that I liked them and you brought me one, that's okay.
See, for me, it's like don't bring a rock on the first date because you haven't met me, so that's just a random rock for a random bitch.
Yeah,
like you weren't thinking of me when you found that rock.
Are you trying to bring someone in this room a rock? Is my question.
I mean, yeah, but like,
But could just in general.
Well, listen, we
I feel
appreciate
like
you
I'd
calling
like
in.
them to choose
Thank you
me
for thinking
first.
of
I don't
bringing me
know.
around.
What do you say?
And is it Wes?
I want them to do it first.
Take care. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, I don't like
Wes, I think he likes you.
Yeah, I think. Am I about to get a rock?
no, but definitely.
Everybody looked at me. I'm like, yeah.
We know who the rock's
But
going
also
to.
too, like I think
I don't know,
I
it could've
get it
been
too
me.
because I mean
It's not.
Could have been me. Yeah. Rock could be for anyone.
I mean everybody did erupt.
Yeah, I love rocks.
Yeah.
I love rocks. Like I have a friend who like literally
I don't want a rock.
Yeah.
really smooth and like a really cool color.
Maybe.
No, come on. I think if you got the right rock,
I got a fossil in my bag right now.
like if you found
Wait, a fossil? I think I would erupt over.
Yeah, I was
That's
rock, like I feel like
That's
rocks
awesome.
fall in the same.
I'll take this out to the world, to the Hinge world, and prove you guys are so wrong.
No, like don't.
I'm not gonna
don't-
get a second date for
No,
rupture
don't do it on the
rock.
first date
Yeah,
because
yeah.
then you just found a rock.
Are
and
you
rocked
on
the rock.
Hinge right now?
I just got back on Hinge.
Do you want to message around and see if anyone would be cool with receiving a rock?
No.
Come on, come on.
You can't
Yeah,
waste
yeah.
messages on
Scared
Hinge.
of being
What am I supposed to say?
embarrassed.
Just
It might have
hey,
a
can
double
I- yeah,
entendre situation with
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
so
yeah.
I would maybe.
But it's also Hinge has changed it now. You can only message like 8 people at a time. Like I just got back on like last month. I was like, all right, I'm gonna do this. But my worst habit is being a bad texter backer,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Hinge does not let you do that if you
I
don't
haven't, yeah.
text people back.
I just turned mine
I like
back
that.
on because I'm single, like fully single again, and so I haven't even gotten to that.
Gang shit. Well, I did want to say something to his point though, because like I mean, that's somebody who is like diagnosed with autism shit, whatever. You do have special interests, and I don't think it's embarrassing to have special interests. I think for men who also, that are that, and nowadays girls are like, "Oh, I want me an autistic man. I want me an autistic man." It's like, yeah, because he's got the things that he likes, and he's not gonna do things outside of what he likes, which is kind of cool. So it's like it's all there.
He loves
But-
like building Lego sets. It's like it's just nice that he's got a thing he's into. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's not embarrassing.
I'm
But-
scared of
Yeah.
people without passion.
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
Or you
yeah.
gotta have
Me
a passion
too.
for something.
Exactly, yeah.
Like
Oh, sorry, I thought you were gonna say something. There's this like Substack article that I love. It's called Looking for Alice. I've showed you, right? Yeah. It's called Looking for Alice. And there's this line in it that's like, oh, you should show somebody around your brain like it's an apartment and they can choose if they want to like pay rent to live there. And I always think about that so deeply when I like meet new people because I don't believe it, like to his point about the rocks, like I don't believe in restraining some of the like deepest things about yourself to somebody that are like truly maybe like the deepest things you can let them work towards, but like passions and things that are just so fundamentally you, like hiding that to me is just like a huge no, because then you're not finding somebody who's actually true for you.
Yeah, that's like the thing where they're like, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person.
Yeah, I love that line.
yeah, bar.
That's one of my favorites.
That was good.
All right, we're gonna do this voicemail. You guys ready?
Los Angeles. Yeah, just answering your question, is having a boyfriend embarrassing? And, it's kind of a mixed bag because if you're dating me, yeah, that's pretty embarrassing. But if you're dating NHL legend Henrik Lundqvist, I don't know, that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
So I think it really all depends on who the boyfriend is. I think that I've made my point. And I'm going to hang up now and listen. Thanks. First time caller, long time listener. Okay.
Thanks for calling in, Richie.
Not a first time caller, but he just doesn't remember the last time.
He really doesn't.
That's what I was gonna say, right? Like nobody thinks dating Chris Hemsworth. I don't know who's a lady's heartthrob. Chris Hemsworth. Sure, Ryan Gosling is embarrassing, but
Actually, he's a great boyfriend. He loves that woman.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he like
loves
stayed
him.
by her through the death of her
so that's
father.
not
Like,
embarrassing. I mean, I think it does come down to like who is the person. Yeah.
At one point, bitches love Charlie Sheen.
They still do. They still
They
do.
still do. That's what I'm saying.
See, like Luigi.
So that
Not this
became a
bitch.
I
tradition,
love
yeah.
Luigi.
That's what I mean.
Live long enough to see yourself become the villain. yeah.
That thing is, it's really because there are people that are heartthrobs, and then you actually go on a date with that person, and they fucking suck, and then
Yeah.
they're really rude to the waitress, and
Oh,
they,
biggest cringe.
you
One
know
of the
what I'm
biggest
saying?
cringes.
Yeah, because it's
That's
like
bad.
It's
yeah.
humiliating. That is actually genuinely. I just got heart palpitations, like
That's a hard
remembering a
watch.
terrible date, and it was terrible because he was terrible and he would be a demon, like a demon, and then turn to look at me, and this was me the entire day. Just like he went to the bathroom and they came and checked on me.
Yeah.
They came and
Oh,
checked
whoa.
on me.
Damn.
It's so crazy to me to be like, I'm
He was
like,
like,
I just learned what that was.
yeah. So the other guy's sweet. Just kidding, I'm safe.
I tried to.
Damn, you didn't even ask for an angel shot, huh? You said, "Let me get 4 angel shots," and they said, "Sure."
Yeah, it was a long story.
Mike.
Yeah, it was a long story.
Thank you.
Jack, you want to do the article now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Because this like gets into the social media aspect of it.
Is having a boyfriend embarrassing now? If someone so much as says my boyf on social media, they're muted. There's nothing I hate more than following someone for fun, only for their content to become my boyfriendified. Suddenly, this is probably because for so long it felt like we were living in what one of my favorite subsectors calls boyfriend land, a world where women's online identities centered around the lives of their partners, a situation rarely seen reversed. Women were rewarded for their ability to find and keep a man with elevated social status and praise. It becomes even more suffocating when this could be leveraged on social media for engagement and, if you were serious enough, financial gain. However, more recently, there's been a pronounced shift in the way people showcase their relationships online. Far from fully hard-launching romantic partners, straight women are opting for subtler signs: a hand on a steering wheel, clinking glasses at dinner, or the back of someone's head. It's tough.
I love arms. Like, you know, like the ones like where like
Back of someone's
you're
head is
hugging your
off.
boyfriend and you just see his head with a little arm
Honestly,
on that dinner table.
love those.
I love
that.
my favorite thing about Valentine's Day is the hard launches. You're just like, you have been keeping this boy a secret for so long.
Just showing hands.
Uh-huh.
Fucking love him.
I love the arm. I love just the arm.
No,
Especially if they got,
no
like,
way.
Or like the chest in like a dinner photo. Of the like, who is that?
Or sometimes it's even just 2 plates, but one of them is like a beer, gin and tonic, and I'm like, you with a nigga, huh?
I was nervous.
I love it.
Wow, okay.
On the more confusing end, you have faces blurred out of wedding photos or entire
What?
professionally edited videos with the fiance conveniently cropped out of all shots. Women are obscuring their partner's faces or face when they post, as if they want to erase the fact that they exist without actually not posting them. So what gives? Are people embarrassed by their boyfriends now, or something more complicated going on? To me, it feels like the result of women wanting to straddle 2 worlds. One where they can receive the social benefits of having a partner, but also not appear so boyfriend obsessed that they come across as quite culturally loserish. They want the prize and celebration of partnership. This is so harsh. They want the prize and celebration of partnership, but understand the norminess of it, says Zoe Samudzi, writer and activist. In other words, in an era of widespread heterofatalism, women don't women don't want to be seen as being all about their man, but they also want the clout that comes with being partnered. But it's not all about image. When I did a call out on Instagram, plenty of women told me that they were in fact superstitious. Some feared the evil eye, a belief that their happy relationships would spark a jealousy so strong in other people that could end the relationship. Others were concerned about the relationship ending and then being stuck with the posts. I was in a relationship for 12 years and never once posted him or talked about him online. We broke up recently and I don't think I will ever post a man, says Nikki, 38. Even though I am romantic, I still feel like men will embarrass you even 12 years in, so claiming them feels so lame. But there was an overwhelming sense from single and partner women alike that regardless of the relationship, being with a man was an almost guilty thing to do. On the Delusional Diaries podcast, fronted by 2 New York-based influencers, Haley and Jazz, they discuss whether having a boyfriend is lame now. Why does having a boyfriend feel Republican? Read a top comment. Boyfriends are out of style. They won't come back until they start acting right. Read another with thousands of likes. In essence, having a boyfriend typically takes hits on a woman's aura, as one commenter claimed. Funnily enough, both of these hosts have partners, which is something I often see online. Even partnered women will lament men and heterosexuality, partly in solidarity with other women, but also because it is now fundamentally uncool to be a boyfriend girl. It's not just in these women's imaginations. Audiences are icked out by seeing too much boyfriend content, myself included. It seems, as indicated by my liberal use of the mute button, when author and British Vogue contributor Stephanie Yabua hard launched her boyfriend on social media, she lost hundreds of followers. Even if we were still together, I wouldn't post them here. There's something cringy and embarrassing about constantly posting your partner these days, she tells me, adding that there is a part of me that would also feel guilty for sharing my partner constantly. Especially when we know the dating landscape is really bad at the moment. I wouldn't want to be boastful.
Relax.
Sophie Milner. Sophie Milner. Sophie Milner, a content creator, also experienced people unfollowing her when she shared a romantic relationship. This summer, a boy took me to Sicily. I posted about it on my subscribers section. People replied saying things like, please don't get a boyfriend. She admits that her content perhaps becomes less exciting when she is in a relationship. Being single gives you the ultimate freedom to say and do what you want. It is absolutely not every woman, but I do notice that we can become more beige and watered down online when in a relationship, myself included. From my conversations, one thing is certain, the script is shifting. Being partnered doesn't affirm your womanhood anymore. It is no longer considered an achievement, and if anything, it's become more of a flex to pronounce yourself single. As a straight woman, we're confronting something that every sexuality has had to contend with, a politicization of our identity. Heterosexuality has long been purposefully indefinable, so it's harder for those within it and outside of it to critique. However, as our traditional roles begin to crumble, maybe we're being forced to reevaluate our blind allegiance to heterosexuality. Obviously, there's no shame in falling in love, but there's also no shame in trying and failing to find it, or not trying at all. And as long as we're openly rethinking and criticizing heteronormativity, having a boyfriend will remain a somewhat fragile or even contentious concept within public life. This is also happening alongside a wave of women reclaiming and romanticizing their single life. Where being single was once a cautionary tale, you'll end up a spinster with loads of cats. It is now becoming a desirable and coveted status. Another nail in the coffin of a centuries-old heterosexual fairy tale that never really benefited women to begin with.
What year was that written?
Literally.
That has
2
to have
months
been
ago.
written like recently.
Because I feel like this romanticizing being single has been around like forever, since Eat, Pray, Love came out. Like that's not.
But it's been, the new thing is like to do it in a way that's cool. Like Eat, Pray, Love was like, oh, you're 50 and you like have to find love again. Go find yourself. Like love it. It's the same as like how Stella got her groove back. But like I feel like the new thing is like since pandemic has been like taking yourself out on dates and like younger women doing it. Like I feel like romanticizing being single was a thing for like older women. Just like all the like even like was it The Honeymooners, that movie with like Grace Kelly, whatever, old movies. But like now it's like you have like hot young, like obviously Julia Roberts still hot, Vivica K. Fox hot, but like hot, attractive like women in their like teens, 20s, 30s who like they theoretically could just get any man they want, and they're like romanticizing not having one.
It's almost like the difference between being someone who's older, who's done the relationship thing and choosing to put it down versus the dating pool nowadays is kind of what you're saying.
Because like I feel like even with that article, like what to me what I was hearing from it is like the difference between like Charli XCX and Taylor Swift. Like Charli XCX, I didn't even know she had a boyfriend until she got married. That girl did not let that man out of the closet. Like she literally like her whole brand. And not,
she has songs about him where she says his name.
She has songs about him, but she doesn't. She like he's not her brand. Like she obviously like loves him. They're married. But it's like when she like she's very much. I'm with all these like hot girls. We go out and party. Like we're like I'm a party girl, 365 party girl and stuff. And like whole time she's married. I'm like, bitch, you're not really a party girl. But then Taylor Swift has, you know, she's not been married. Her entire brand is like having boyfriends and dating. Like not in a like I'm not hating on Taylor Swift, but it is like her brand is being like a lover girl and and like she has fans for sure. But even her fans, I don't think they would say she's cool. Like Taylor Swift isn't like considered like cool.
She's relatable.
She's like relatable, but like Charli XCX is like a cool girl.
You know
I've-
something to raise? Sorry, I just want to get this off and then y'all. But it's the concept of whether or not you center men.
Yes,
It's about
100%.
centering men. Yeah, because it's like, you know, because Charlie XX, her ambitions and her passions are not centered around her relationship, versus Taylor Swift. So much of what she does is inspired by the relationships that she's been in. And I mean, that's the thing too, is that it even too comes down when she goes out, right? Because I was thinking about this while he was reading the article about like when you go out with your friends and the one girl's like, "Ooh, can I bring my boyfriend?" You're like, "It's girls' night, bitch. We not
Leave
running
that man at home.
You know, but
That's-
even sorry.
Yes, that's not embarrassing. The guys' nights and girls' nights, that's just got to be happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, please, everyone leave their other person home. Like,
Ladies, leave your man at home.
Yeah,
Club is
yeah.
full of ballers and their pockets full grown.
Well, you
Yeah.
know, a lot of K-pop stars will actually keep their relationships private.
Oh,
Because,
just- yeah.
Well, because they'll either lose fans or
That's-
fans will kill themselves
that-
because
oh,
they
no.
feel
That's terrible.
No,
Oh my
real
God.
shit. This
Yeah.
is real.
Yeah.
Because the fans feel that you, as an idol, owe yourself and your essence in that
Yeah.
way to your fans. And so they have to keep their relationship secret, otherwise they will lose their fucking mind.
so you're telling me there's a chance? You know what I mean? Like, that's like, what do you mean? You're gonna kill yourself because you're K-pop?
No, like,
stars?
literally.
I mean, that's insane. I was gonna say we actually like had this. Haley will not remember this, but on Facebook, like in middle school and stuff, like when a guy like and a gal were in Facebook, we used to send messages.
For a second, I was like, oh, they were in middle school together.
We
I
used
thought
to
it was
vote people.
to share a
No,
memory.
she probably didn't have Facebook in middle school. It was already old by then.
I did not have Facebook.
How do you get on Marketplace?
Lucky you, yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Girl, you better figure out Marketplace. Girl, that's the only reason I saw it Facebook. I'm a Marketplace addict. I was on it just 10 minutes ago.
So there used to be the relationship status, right? Like, and they have that in the movie where like that was the big thing or whatever. And so like when a guy and a gal would post like we're in a relationship, and it said the other person's name. I'm in a relationship with Wes Brumbaugh. Embarrassing. But it would be the guys trillions of likes and the girls just none. And then the complete opposite when it was like a guy became single, 4 likes, and if a girl became single, 400 likes.
You're like, she's
So,
back!
so you actually, if like in the whole internet era, as opposed to before, like when like the article says, like it was scary. You're gonna be an old lady with 40 cats and you're never gonna find love or whatever. Like now that like everything's on the internet, you are taking a sort of a reputational hit or a likes hit or if you're a woman in a relationship. So it's devalued in that way as well.
It's the reiteration of the point of decentering men, because often men do things for women, right? The buying the expensive things, doing things because it's a performative thing for women versus women. I think nowadays have realized that they're the prize in that sense. And so because it's the same thing to the point of like, oh, now this girl's single, she's available now. And you know, there is a sense of thing where people will see people in relationships and then they want to date that person. They feel like that person's desirable because they're in a relationship. Some guys, and I know this sounds crazy, but there's some guys that seem more attractive when they're in relationships because like, oh, you got this beautiful girl, like it makes you seem more.
But it's also because a lot of times a girl in a relationship, because the wedding ring thing.
I've
for sure.
heard there's guys who will go out with wedding rings to sleep.
That
around.
Adam Sandler fucking movie, just go with it.
Oh,
Best
that's a
Adam
great
and Jennifer
movie.
movie of all times. Bring it back.
Agreed.
Netflix.
What movie?
That's
Just
his
go
best
with it.
movie.
Oh, it's so good. Go home and watch it right now. Just go with it. So good.
I'll have to watch it too.
Get a Facebook and watch. Just go with it.
But it's also so I will say I think part of the reason that guys get more attractive when they're with the girls, because not generally, not broadly speaking, but especially in my life, all of my guy friends, the girl starts making them hotter. Like she's like, you should cut your hair like this.
Yeah.
You should like buy new
God.
pants. Like,
I-
hey, have you considered
Could
like
not
deodorant?
They're
be
all-
truer.
I think it's also if you're married or in a relationship, you've been vetted.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Like
Yeah.
you're like,
vetted,
okay,
I like
you
that.
can be like committed to someone and respect women and like be a boyfriend.
But it's just crazy because like the flip side is true. I wouldn't necessarily say women get more attractive in relationships. I'm not saying women get ugly in relationships, but like I will say like
Get comfortable.
Yeah. And not in a bad way, because it's like you know, like when I'm when I'm putting my fit on, I really am not doing it for guys. Like if I want to dress for a guy, I'll wear like a white t-shirt and like tight jeans. I'm like, you easy little slut. But if I put some shit on, like I put some shit on, that's for the bitches.
The girls and the gays.
The girls and the gays, I'm putting that shit on. I'm like, you see that? You
Every
see
day.
that chrome heart, bitch? Yeah.
I wear some slutty sheep around these dudes.
I'm just like, yeah, you know, little black dress, you easy ass bitch. But like in general, hey, you guys are like, nah,
Dress good, yeah.
yum, delicious.
Dress pretty. Yeah.
But like,
I like the way your arms sit in your outfit.
yes, it's fat in that mouth. But like, yeah, like when I got, because like, yeah, women sometimes will get more comfortable in a relationship in a way that like is not mirrored by the guy getting more work done on him by the woman. But then even going to, someone just said something and I forgot. Oh yeah, back to the idol thing or whatever. Like, I'm not even an idol. I don't even have like that many followers on social media, but I do social media work, and I lose followers every single time I post a guy. Like, I will have people in my like messages like, who the fuck is that? I had someone ask me, I was at like a birthday party with like my guy friends, and someone said, how many niggas are you dating? Damn, and unfollowed me. Like, literally, like, even my guy friend, like, just posted on my story last night or whatever, and people were responding to it, like, is this your boyfriend?
And that guy's gonna be a boyfriend one day, and that's embarrassing. Like,
yeah, it's like, is this guy your boyfriend?
All these people saying this stuff are gonna be boyfriends and then husbands and then fathers, and that's fucking embarrassing.
But it is true, like, I do think, like, we have to we have to remember that this article really is focused on social media and not real life. Like, the reason that people, like, you know, it's not like people who are like only posting an arm or a hand are also hiding that man from like their actual friends in real life. Like, there is a valid reason not to put your man on social media. Number one, because if your man is fine, a bitch is gonna come find him. Yeah. Like, if you have a fine man, keep him hidden.
I don't know. I honestly, like, I appreciate when people show off the, like...
Yeah, show him off. Like, I think the wedding thing got a little freaky. I don't think
no, that was freakish.
That was weird shit.
That was demented.
That was
to bring that one back.
That was a little spooky. But, like, I really do... Like, I've seen it, like, literally, because, you know, like, you can see sticker taps. Like, even... Like, when I post a fine man in my story... The sluts be like it, be touching it, like they be using the sticker taps. So I'm just like, I would not personally, like, you know, I wouldn't hide him.
What was funny?
He wouldn't be all over the shit. He wouldn't be all
just
over
in
it.
your trunk.
Yeah. My homeboy has a girlfriend. He posts her all the time, and my male friend, was talking about it. He goes, "Dude, he posts her so much, it's almost like he wants us to fuck her."
Yeah.
Which I thought was such an interesting, because like, even men feel the way where it's like there is like men will flaunt their hot ass girlfriends like it's like look what I got, you know. But with us, it's true because like I don't. And when I was
we're getting a call.
Oh, there we go.
Forrest.
Hey there, you're live on Long Time No See Mask. Who's calling and where from?
Yeah, this is Forrest from LA.
Hey Forrest, how you doing?
Doing good. I was the rock guy. I called it again. I had another additional.
Oh, this is the rock guy. Yeah, let's hear it.
In 2026 to not have a personal social media. Like, I have not posted my face on the internet in like 6 years.
Ooh.
And I feel like my ex had an issue with that, and that was probably ultimately.
She wanted you to have one?
Yeah, she wanted me to have one because she was like, "You're not posting photos of me."
She broke up with you over that?
Not exclusively. There was a lot of other issues, but that was present.
How tall are you?
How tall am I?
Yeah.
6'3".
Oh!
What kind of rock?
You must have been doing terrible, huh? You put hands on her?
What kind of rock are you getting me?
I mean, okay, you said you haven't posted your face in 6 years. Do you post on social media?
I have no personal social media.
Okay.
So like,
I think that's fine.
I find this actually really intriguing that she was upset, because I feel like currently there is a phenomenon of women finding it really attractive when men have very few to no followers.
Yeah, you might be in a good spot now.
Yeah, I think you're fine. It'd be different if you were posting other shit and then not her, because then I'd be like, who's this for? Like, why wouldn't you post me? If you're posting your food and post me. Like, I think if you post, you can post that you got a bitch. Like, unless, you know, it's a stance. But if you don't have any social media, that's nice.
And girls like autistic men now.
Yeah, so you doing real good for yourself.
Yeah.
6'3"?
6'3"?
He didn't say he was, but...
I was just going to say.
Never said that, but yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in for us. We appreciate your listenership.
Consider a vaccine. People like autism.
You made me feel a lot better. Thank you.
We got you. Keep doing you.
Bye, Forrest.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling in.
Clock it, yeah.
I find it really intriguing also, you saying that like you lose followers over that, or like in the article she loses followers, because for me, like when I see anybody I follow like post their significant other, maybe this is just like a very dreamy take, I typically find it very beautiful. So it,
I
I think this
agree.
is a
I
woman
really
thing. I think
agree.
it's guys who are unfollowing.
The bitches
Bro,
love
what's the ratio? What's the ratio?
Yeah, no.
What's the ratio?
I remember.
Sorry,
bitches be
misread that.
I-
Misread that.
I
That's my
remember
bad.
Taylor Tomlinson. Anytime she had to stop posting her boyfriend because she would lose like tens of thousands of followers every time without fail. And it was like, okay, well, I can't. Like, this is literally hurting my business.
So like there's that, but it's also like kind of even bouncing off that, like it's beautiful, like and dreamy, but I feel like that also depends on the type of account you're following. Like if you have a brand, like if your brand is like, oh, like I'm an athlete, like I'm like, you know, a really good like track runner or something, or I'm a lingerie model. Like if you have a brand that's like really about yourself, like people are following, like who's that girl? The Gen Z girl who was making on the, what's her name? Chamberlain. What's her name? Emma Chamberlain or whatever. Like her whole thing was like, this is my life. You're getting a peek into my life and stuff. If you have a partner who doesn't like social media, then putting them on your social media is gonna hurt your business. Like because like if you have a partner who like isn't happy to be there, who isn't willing to give the fans everything and stuff, like it's gonna upset people. So you might as well keep them off. Or if you have a partner who wants to have a private life, keep them off. Like that's what I mean about like this article is really acting as if social media is the real world. Like there's so many reasons that I wouldn't put my partner on social media that isn't about being embarrassed.
Well, there's that one couple too, Desmond and Christy.
Oh, girl, that
which
was
is-
good.
yeah.
See?
So
That was
they,
crazy.
It was crazy.
Wait, someone context me.
So
like you've definitely seen
No
this
idea.
girl.
Yeah.
She's like
Also,
she's
don't want
like,
the
she's
sticker
like a
things.
kind of crazy. She's like
yeah,
this light skinned girl.
She would like do funny stuff, like kind of almost like cringy, embarrassing things, but in a funny way. Cause she's really cute. So she's she's doing it with her husband there, and he would laugh really hard. And
And he had this, you've heard his laugh. It's like
yeah.
Oh, I might know.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking
But there was such a cute relationship online, and they have kids and everything. They're married. They were together for like 10 years or
yeah,
something.
they're high school sweethearts.
High school sweethearts, and then recently, are getting a divorce. And then he was caught in Houston with another lady.
But they're
It was
not
like-
cheating. Like they're already separated and
Yeah.
stuff.
But wasn't the reason that they got a divorce because he was cheating?
No, that's not. She said. I think his statement was that he shouldn't have been with that woman so soon after the announcement. But I don't think we know why they separated. Like I also don't follow them. I just like see them so much.
But high school sweethearts too, you gotta keep in mind. It's like we've known each other for this long. We've only really been with each other for this much. So I can imagine too. There is a piece of you that's like, what else is out there?
Yeah, and they're
kind
still
of thing.
so young, and now they have money, and like now they're
Yeah.
both like hot. Like
Yeah.
so
He's a
that's
chef.
yeah. It's like this whole thing of like we don't know these people,
Yeah.
but like we literally are in their relationship, and I would never want that. Like I would never want people in my relationship, which is why you gonna get a corner of an arm.
But here's nice. But here's the thing though too. Everything, the backlash went on him though. Obviously because he was caught out and about with another woman. They were separated. So technically at the end of the day, we really can't be, which is the soonness of
Yeah.
it. But at the same time, like if he had also felt, because I think he had said something about feeling like he was done with the relationship for a while. But the backlash went on him. So therefore, it implies the thing of as having a boyfriend/husband in this situation embarrassing. And at the end of the day, it's like things go back on him. The hate goes on him. So when relationships fall out, usually the guy takes the brunt, which is something I do notice in like public relationships. So like that one, the family, the Ace family.
Oh, that was weird.
They
Them
was
motherfuckers was weird.
Showing the baby and shit online. Now the woman, she's in a whole new relationship. Everyone's like, oh my God, you're glowing, you're amazing.
He's like a freak.
And everyone hates him. Same thing like Lori Harvey with Damson Idris. She was with Future, but Future's another conversation. But it's like we see.
Wait, Lori and Damson broke up?
No, they together.
I was like, that was a beautiful couple.
No, or even Sierra, Future again.
Are these
you
real
know,
words? What's going on right now?
Sierra
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Future are.
I'm so lost.
Sierra should be embarrassed by being with Future because I'm like, you were the fourth baby mama. Like that is kind of crazy.
But also too, sometimes you're like, maybe that person's the one. He was smooth. He said, "Oh, what's your name? Future. Why? Because I'm your future." And he wasn't wrong.
That's and even now, like
Pretty
because
neat.
everyone says
It's
Russell.
actually
I
pretty
gotta start
neat.
using that one.
yeah.
Russell, everyone says Russell Wilson is cringe. Like that's the whole. Like everyone's like he's so cringe, he's so goofy, da da
But
da.
she
He's
loves
corny.
him.
She love that man. He a billionaire, and she
Yeah.
got 4 kids by him. Like, but everyone's definitely like, ew, he's embarrassing you. He's corny. I'm like, you're not corny. He just.
So that's
know.
the thing. Are
Corny
they
can-
embarrassing
yeah.
or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, corny actually. Corny is another.
Yeah, corny
category.
would be embarrassing. I could look past corny though for that
Yeah,
money.
yeah.
I
Like,
did
shit,
look
I
past
could-
corny. He had a house. I looked
Yeah.
past corny.
But yeah,
Yeah.
corny is embarrassing. But yeah, I think that article just
Corny's almost embarrassing on purpose.
No.
Well, you don't think? You
They
think
don't
that-
know they're being
Yeah,
corny.
that-
Like
I
if
mean,
you
I
like
I
corny,
don't
then
know.
it's not embarrassing.
I think like when somebody tells a pun, they're like,
Wait,
da,
I
da,
agree.
da,
I actually
da,
agree with
like-
No, no,
back
no.
this.
That's not what we mean
I
by
back
corny. Like,
this.
sorry, I think cultural difference. That's not the corny we're talking about. Corny is like Russell Wilson isn't like, it's not like he's like popping dad jokes or whatever. That's the
Yeah.
acceptable kind of corny. Corny, I think.
When you don't know.
Corny, like in Black culture, is like a specific. It's a specific thing. Like Carlton from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air
Yeah.
was corny.
Yeah.
Or like the guy, you
Like
know,
the-
Pookie. You know what I'm talking about? That guy
Pookie,
too.
that guy's
corny.
If
even.
I showed you.
Yeah.
Like I
No,
dated
I know
this.
who Pookie is.
I dated this
But
one
like, is
dude.
she
Okay.
embarrassing?
No, him.
But like, is he embarrassing?
No, he's not embarrassing.
No,
he's
not
corny.
embarrassing. He could be perceived as corny.
I did a dude who was corny, and I knew he was corny because he really believed in the shit that he believed in, but in a way that it was corny what he believed in, but he believed in it so much that I looked past it. Like I remember he like, oh my god, like he wanted to rap and he wasn't a good rapper. But he was insanely talented at the thing that he was in, that he did do professionally. Insanely talented, accolades, great at what he did, like ridiculously good at what he did. And then he wanted to be a rapper.
Not rapping.
This is the hobby thing, right?
Yeah.
This is where the hobby.
You
shit
went
comes
out of Jeff and watch him get off the
Bro,
dance floor.
That's what I'm saying. And his lock screen, I remember it was, oh my god, it was Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole.
No.
And I was like,
With
why?
his face photoshopped
Right,
on the beach.
right. And I was just like, why you got other grown men as your lock screen?
Oh.
And he was just like, because like it inspires me to be great. These are the greats. I want to be great. What inspires you? What's your lock screen? I said, it's my dog. He goes, well, does she inspire you? I said, yeah. but at the same time, like that was mad corny. But there were other things that he would just say that I'm like, oh, you just genuinely believe this.
Wait, what's the new? Sorry, I might have missed it, but what's the nuance here with the corny? Like, are we saying
Yeah,
corny
versus
is different?
cringy. Yeah. I think
No, I'm
sure.
saying
Are we
like,
saying there's a difference between like corny, cringy,
like
embarrassing?
Sierra gets like people. There's a lot of people, especially men, talk shit on Sierra because she's with like Russell Wilson now, and he is corny. He's mad corny,
But she
and
loves it.
and it's embarrassing. Like it's I can see why people think she should be embarrassed. She doesn't care because she loves him. Also, like he's so rich, I don't think that.
He's a good stepdad. Some
But
corny
if she
men are the
doesn't
best
care, then
stepdads.
Yes.
it's not embarrassing.
Hmm?
If she doesn't care, then it's not embarrassing.
But sure, like
Yeah, but-
embarrassing to who?
Yeah.
in the eye of the beholder.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
Embarrassment's in the eye of the
that's what
beholder.
I'm saying. We're saying it could be embarrassing.
Corny,
Like,
corniness also has like a level of wholesomeness to it, right? And
Yeah.
cringiness sort of doesn't. Right? Like
yeah, cringy is like
corny's like like
Mhm.
dad jokes and whatever,
I
and
like
like
Rapper Boy. He was
cringy's
cute.
like no,
because it's like if you told me I had to pick between Future and like Russell Wilson, I would pick Russell. I would be intrigued by Future, but 13 Baby Mamas in, it's a no. I would pick Russell Wilson because like corny isn't necessarily bad, and I'm like I can see people like.
you just like roll your it's
But
like
okay, this is what corny is. You know, like you have your friends, like just think of like anything that your friends don't like. So for me, like it'd be like if I was to bring an accountant who wore skinny jeans and really liked jerking, to my dive bar with my like homies.
Yeah.
Like they would roast him off.
Bro, you know
Yeah,
jerky?
yeah.
Oh.
You're a
Yeah,
jerk.
yeah, yeah,
Like-
yeah.
I'm about to get up and do it. I'm not gonna do it.
Like
I know,
like just like a guy like that, or just like a guy who is like super into like cosplay, or a guy who is like super like stuff that like it's not necessarily a deal breaker for me, but like I would have to let him know
Yeah.
before he met my friends, hey, they're gonna eat you
roast-
alive.
Yeah.
They're gonna eat you alive. They're not gonna like be mean to you, but they're gonna
yeah.
But that's the thing. If they
Bully
stand
you.
on
Yeah.
it,
Honestly,
Yeah.
if they stand on it,
Exactly.
they love themselves.
Exactly. I'm like, that's the
Yes.
thing. I'm just like, it's not a deal breaker. I just have to
Yeah.
let you know.
Also, corny men are the best stepdads. Those
Exactly.
are the best dads that step up.
They have your face on a shirt.
Yes,
very
Face on a
niche.
shirt.
Very niche.
But
They,
also,
they can't be real. Yeah, they're not.
Yeah,
No,
no
they can
real
only
dads.
stepdads,
Have your
yeah.
babies first.
yeah. Then get a corny guy.
I,
Yeah.
I really like what you're saying though about like warning your friends, because I like seldom I think like care about outward perception of embarrassment, like if I've ever been with someone or like Future whatever, but I will say the one group where I'm like, oh, like are these people about to come for me is like my immediate group of friends, especially because they're typically so empowering and like so supportive of all these things. So it's like, if there's anyone who's gonna tell me what the fuck is going on, like it's gonna be them. I'm terrified of bringing someone to Haley a lot of the time, because it's like she will point out immediately what's going on, so that's
I
like
think
a great
that
point.
bringing like a new person to your group of friends is like the absolute gauntlet of just like humiliation. Because if you f up, oh my God, how deeply.
done.
Dude, there's some people I've brought to stuff where I am like, I'm going to like put my hand in a blender. This is so embarrassing. What was I thinking?
I already apologized for that. I said I was sorry. What more do you want, dude? Invite me back, dude.
But yeah, I feel like it is
Invite me
embarrassing
camping
is in the eye of the beholder, and the eyes that matter most are going to be my closest friends. So the highest stakes thing is going to be bringing them into like that, like, okay, here are my closest friends who I've been friends with forever.
I've got some like, I don't know, goofier, but I've got some like really, really wholesome friends. I've got like a very wholesome group of friends. And I think the only thing that they would really be embarrassed by, like even if somebody's cringy and corny, they could get over all that, like probably no problem. But and this is the person who I legitimately find embarrassing, is people who think they're better than other people.
Yeah.
That's like,
Oh,
I mean, but I think also we're getting to like Wes 2.0's or Wes 2. His point of like, that's almost like you know what I mean? Like when somebody being rude to the waitress or whatever, I'm like, this is embarrassing because this is insane. Like, what, you know?
I mean, I generally don't introduce my friends to people I'm seeing until I'm like very serious about them. Like I've dated people for like months and like broken up, and they never met my friends. Like they would meet, they meet like one of my friends, but I'm like, my friend group, because first of all, my friend group is really fun. I'm like, you're not about to fucking try to become friends with my friends and the places we go. But I'm also just like, I need to make sure that I like you enough to be embarrassed by you, because my friends will roast the most normal thing. So
Do you feel like your friends expose their like new person to you earlier or later than you do?
way earlier. I'm the weirdest. They think it's very strange.
I feel like people will hold off on showing me people because they know I'll eat them alive.
No, they
I feel like that's maybe better if you
Yeah.
just throw in a new person early on, see if they can fit the vibe, and if they don't, then you know early, and if they do fit the vibe, then
Yeah, they
you're
need
like,
to be able to
Wait,
handle it.
I
If you're
agree.
not showing your person to anybody, then you are embarrassed of that person. If
Yeah.
you're
Like
not,
you should want to hang out with them all
Well,
the time, and
actually-
they should fit into your friend group.
Agreed.
They're embarrassed of me.
I'm
my friends are like, this person has to be in love with me before they meet my best friend, who is Wes. They're like, they have to be totally locked down, and then they're like, here he is, and I'm like, pick it back up. And they're
are
like,
the guy that you would meet at somebody's wedding. Like I think I would meet you at somebody's wedding.
the caveat I have to give
Huge compliment.
is no. The caveat I have to give is like, I'm Nigerian and we're very, very known for being very extremely private. But I think it's because Nigerians have a giant, like an enormous ego, and also I fear curses and witchcraft. Like literally, like a Nigerian will like, I to this day can't tell people when I'm traveling. Like I'm so nervous about, like I don't know what it is. Like it's just been beat into my brain. Don't tell anyone when you're traveling. Like people are like, oh, like wait. I'm like, oh, I'm going out of town. They're like, when's your flight? Next couple of days. Like I literally don't tell. I won't even post that I'm at the airport or on a flight until I've already landed at my location, at my destination. It's a very like, so I'm private about everything. Like I'm private about like if I'm like struggling. So it's like me being private about relationships. Like I've tried to be better because like my friends have let me know that it's like, they're like, it's kind of rude, it's kind of hurtful not to let us into this part of your life. And I'm like, I'm trying.
But you mean like private about? Well, I thought Nigerians were like sort of outgoing.
We're very outgoing people, but like Nigerians are like party people. We have like Nigerians.
Let's definitely.
But it's like no, we're big party people, huge party people. But like,
I was like, that's weird. They all seem really nice and outgoing. I don't know.
No, it's like definitely huge party people. But I'm like,
if they were private, I'd be like, if they were private, I'd be like, what's
we're not like
Nigerian?
we're not reserved. Nigerians aren't a reserved.
People were like,
we're not like reserved, but we're very like not like, you're not gonna really meet Nigerians who are like, yeah, like I'm in therapy and I'm depressed and I've got this, I've got anxiety. Like a Nigerian's never gonna tell you all the things that are going wrong in their life, but we're not reserved. But like, it's very common for people to find out someone's in a relationship at the wedding. Like they're like, oh, like so and so's getting married. How long have they've been dating? 4 or 5 years, and no one had any idea. So like I'm working on that though.
I feel like for me, like I want the friends in very early because I appreciate like the help in the screening process. It's family where I'm like, you might not know until we're engaged. Just like, I don't know. That's not actually true, but it's gotta be, because then Oh,
Then, oh yeah,
it's just so much.
You get two. I feel like I'll
the
get
judge-
two people to bring home. Like, because if I bring home more than two people, then my parents are gonna start being like, "What's wrong with you?"
It's
So
these like slut shaming culture,
Yeah.
like inherently when the backbone is like making women
Mm-hmm.
whores for liking men.
you gonna meet my family. If you meet my family, we're getting married. You meet my family to talk to my father. Like,
That's-
you ain't meeting them
I like
before
to
that.
throw them to the wolves because I've had dudes that have brought this in because I feel like for me that's the consensus is okay. Can you hang? Can you hang? Because I have a really social mixed family. So like if I bring a guy to like a family function, I'll be like I don't talk to him. I let him go. I want to see how you do. Can you hang out? Can you fend for yourself? Can you be social? Or are you gonna be on me the whole time? Because okay, if you hang out with me, because I'm the only person you know, obviously. But go try. Get out there. Go have fun.
That's like
Go
a mandatory.
stand by the grill.
Yeah. Go over there and stand next to my uncles. Talk to them, or I'll walk over there with him and then walk away.
Yeah, and I'm like, don't follow me because I can't stand fucking like I can't stand people who can't hang out by themselves. Like, or even if like they're in a new space, I'm like, go entertain yourself. Go talk to somebody.
No, I know
Get
I
off my
can't be
leg.
with somebody who's not good at like holding their own, because I'm somebody who will literally disappear and hold my own for a long time. So I feel like I need
I can't.
the
I don't
other
have to
person
feel
to be
bad for
very
that.
similar.
I didn't ask for a son. You know, I didn't ask for a kid. like get off my leg. Like get, you know what I'm saying? Go. You know, because that's the other thing too is like someone had said earlier about having to like it was in one of the calls, but having to like teach men certain things. And certain ones, like, you know it's the right person, but you don't have to teach them anything. They kind of just do those things off rip. But it's like, there is something also embarrassing, that feels embarrassing for me, where it's like, I feel like I'm having to do more than I need to do. You know?
Yeah. I feel like this year I've learned that, it's been kind of like, I can't change anybody. So it's like, if I'm going to let someone into my life, I have to radically be okay with who they are as a person. Because there's no, like, I'm not going to, like, they are who they are. So it's just like me pretending like I'm going to have the magic wand that turns them into this thing that will work in this imaginary future is delusional and a setup for failure and me being like pissed off.
Isn't the whole like kind of girl joke like I can change him or whatever? Like, isn't that a meme, right?
Yeah.
No.
Hello?
No, isn't it also like,
We gave up on that.
Yeah, I feel like that
We
fell
don't
by the
do that
wayside. We're like,
anymore.
we're over
as soon
this.
as every guy gets in a relationship, they start dressing better and what I mean, like we were sort of
Men are very malleable.
Like very
On
malleable.
the like more shallow
Not
notes.
me.
Yeah.
I'm like a rock.
I mean, so you can change their clothes, but not.
What
their,
kind of
like,
rock?
I had an ex who like literally told me like he was like I would let you. He's like he was rich, but he like didn't like he was literally at one point like I would let you change like do my entire wardrobe like
Yeah.
And I was just like I think I don't want to. I want someone who like cares about like because he didn't care about going to the gym. He didn't care about getting his hair cut. Like he literally like didn't care about like he had like a bad back. I'm like you should be getting like
Scrub that.
And then too, it's like he probably also wanted a woman to come into his life and be that, you know.
And it just for me I was just like, well, right now you're 30 and you already don't care about like your health, your like wellness, you're like tired, What's gonna happen like when we're married with kids? Like this is the best I'm gonna get. Like I don't want someone who's doing because like at one point like because we were like long distance. At one point I'm like he called and he hadn't like done his hair, his barber or any of that, and like I could tell. I was like, oh, I thought you just went on vacation, and he was like, yeah, I'm going back to work tomorrow. I'm like, shouldn't you go do that? He's like, oh no, I would only do that if you're here. Like I don't care about things like that. I don't even think it's shallow because I'm like the shallow part is the appearance. Yeah. I'm like you don't care about going to the
That's
gym.
just like hygiene stuff, though. Yeah. I gotta say I don't care about clothes, and if like
but you're
if I was
dressed
dating,
better
if
than
I was
he
dating
dressed.
a gal and she's like, why don't you like here I got you some shirts or whatever. I'd be like, sure, if this makes me more attractive to you, who is now the only person I'm trying to impress, sure, I'll wear whatever you want. If she was like, can you get a mohawk or whatever, then we're like, okay, you know, like.
But you're like well dressed. Like this guy.
I mean,
was
it's not my thing,
not.
but.
Well, part of it too is like when you say I can change him, right? When you say that, it's like I think more so because the physical things are easy changes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's the fundamentals there.
Yeah,
my friend
yeah,
and I were talking
100%.
about the idea of like, if I got cancer and was bald headed and lost my ass, would you still take care of me and still love me? You know, if all of that stuff that I had was gone the next day, would you still be there to be that? And like a guy that doesn't take care of himself, how can I expect him to take care of me? You know, but even then it's like, okay, you want to dress a certain way, you want to do this, you want to do that. Like, oh, you like the shirt that I gave you for Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for putting it on. That's so sweet. You know, but I think when we say changing somebody, it's more of the foundation of who they are as a person.
It's like
Do you-
values and things.
Do you feel like with the malleability of men, because I definitely see it, I get it, I see it. Do you think that does it ever feel like you are molding them for their next girlfriend after it ends?
Okay, in retrospect, I definitely.
You're like, I fixed this guy, god damn it.
I
fuck.
value a lot of bitches, man. Go ahead, dunk it, bitch. Go ahead.
I definitely.
I
in
did that.
retrospect, feel like yes. Like
You should write a your welcome letter to their girlfriend.
Exactly.
Like valid. Sometimes I'll like look at my past relationships and like see where they are now and see them like see great things about them and honestly super happy for them, like not in a relationship for a reason, but there are definitely points where I'm like, I totally did that. That was me, and for sure you're welcome.
Bro, he didn't know how to communicate before I did that.
Or like, wow, you dress great now.
Yeah,
like,
he posted you, huh?
Yeah.
That was me. That was all the fights we had.
Oh, you see his follower ratio? See, he's not following no bitches aside from his coworkers.
That was me. You're welcome.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to be the crazy one to alley for another one, so that way they are ready for the next one, and that's feminist.
But I've never like actively thought about that in the moment. Like I feel like when you choose to be with someone, you want to see them become a better person every day and vice versa.
That'd
So
be
it's like
terrible to think about in the moment, though.
Yeah, in the
You're like,
moment,
I'm
it's
just
like
fixing
horrible.
This guy for the next one, like, yeah.
No, but there are some people I feel like who are in relationships, like barring any consideration of longevity. Like there's some people who do just relationships to be in the moment.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
So that person, like, I don't know, I feel like they could feasibly see improvement not really benefiting them in the long run. And maybe therefore they give less pointers.
I think when it comes down to like the malleability, and again, I'm making a lot of broad stroke statements, but I mean, I do have like a lot of guy friends and stuff. One thing I've seen like guys is like, I feel like it's very common for them to be like very okay with like status quo. Like they don't get the exterior pressure of like, I feel like with a lot of like women's like media, everything's about like, do this better, get that better, fix this, do that. It's like constant, like not just New Year's, but like there's so much where it's just like follow me as I do this, or like 30 days for me to do that. It's just like very much like always about improving, or just like improving the quality, or like not necessarily in a bad way. And I feel like, because even something as simple as like guys' birthday parties, like I know guys who like will not celebrate their birthday in any way unless like a woman plans it for them. And it's like once the woman has planned it, whether it's like their girl best friend, their mom, their sister, their partner, they have a fucking blast. But like without the woman in their life, they wouldn't have had that.
Yeah.
Do you think it's harder to grow as an individual when you're in a relationship versus when you're single?
I think both. You are faced with triggers with a partner. All of the childhood psychological things that come up often in relationships, along with past relationships. When you date somebody and you're vulnerable with them and you love them, though you're triggered a lot quicker. The same way when why are you so mad with your family and your relationships because you love them?
Yeah.
You often get triggered faster with the people that you love. And so through that, you learn those things. Will you grow together or go separate? I think that just depends on the person. But sometimes I think you're meant to do either. And there was something that you had said that I wanted to piggyback off of that kind of goes to this point. I remember talking to my friend who is in a 10-year age gap where she's older and he's 10 years younger. And she was saying that like every guy she'd ever been with, she thought she was going to marry. Every single one. She thought, okay, you're the one. And every single time she realized, oh, I don't want this in a person. I do want this in a person. She realized what more often what she didn't want than what she did want. And then when she met the right person, he checked off all those boxes for her. But part of that is he had been through the things that he had been through and healed, whether in the relationship or outside of the relationship. And I think kind of what you guys were saying about the alley-ooping for the next person is you do that work so that way when you are ready for that right person, they'll be there for that. Because sometimes, I mean, I'm a big believer in making soul contracts with people before you enter into your life, whatever that means in like a Christian or universal spirituality, whatever. Like you make these relationship contracts. And no matter what, your job is the work that you have to do in order to fulfill your karma in that sense. But sometimes that person you did the contract with doesn't do that work. And so you kind of like, well, am I still going to fall in love? I think you still do, but then they're called walk-ins where somebody else walks in to fulfill that role because that person didn't do that thing. And so I think that part of your question of, do we heal inside or outside of relationships? I think we definitely heal through relationships. But in order to, I think there's a conscious thing about discipline. We talked about it the first time I was here. What was the social media shit that we talked about last time? It's like having that discipline. And I think having that self-discipline is important just to grow through love and allowing your heart to stay open. Because so many people will close themselves off. So keeping your heart open and allowing yourself to grow, I think is how you know, are malleable in yourself.
I think if like the net value of that question you just asked is yes, it is harder to grow, you're inherently with the wrong person. Like, I don't think the right person should ever bar you from growing in any which way. I know it's like a very easy thing to just say, but it is, I think that also like ties actually perfectly to like, is it embarrassing? Like, if you have the inability to recognize those things in those moments, like that is the sole thing in a relationship, I think, that makes having a boyfriend embarrassing. Like, if you're not being self-aware and able to figure out, like, is this person keeping me from growing? Like, all of those things, like, that is embarrassing, because then, like, it just shows you lack so much introspection and, like, the ability to know yourself. And you shouldn't really be with someone unless you know, like, to a very serious capacity, unless you know yourself. So, like, the right person should not make it hard to grow, in my opinion.
It feels like the right person should be almost like inspiring you to be like,
They should
I
make
need
you
to
a
keep
better
being
person.
better.
Yeah.
But in the article, she was right that like she's like she said the reason she unfollows everybody is because it makes you kind of beige, and it's like that's kind of true too. It's like because we know like. I mean, I don't know. You're not coming in with stories about you. When I went on this date and it was so crazy, like, happened. She showed me this video with the carrot. It was wild. Like, you know, whatever. Like,
I don't know. I feel like that's such a specific, like, I feel like I do know so many friends who've become beige once they get into a relationship, but I feel like they were already beige to begin with.
Yes.
I really think it's the Charlie XCX and Taylor Swift thing. Like, there's like ways to be like someone who's putting their relationship and making it a big part of their social media. It's probably not going to be that interesting because I chose to follow you, girl, not that nigga. I don't know him.
Yeah.
Like, so unless your partner is also super cool, because like you don't see it like in relationships where like both people are like super cool and like super awesome or whatever. Like no one's like Tony Hawk's daughter and Kurt Cobain, Tony Hawk's son and Kurt Cobain's. No one was like, unfollow, boring. Everyone's like, that's cool as fuck. But like your boyfriend, you can have a boyfriend who's not bad in any way, but just isn't crazy funny or crazy cool. And yeah, if you start shoveling him in our face, it is going to become like too much. And like no one I don't follow a couple accounts. Like that's why I didn't even follow Christy and Desmond. Like they seem like cool people, they seem funny, but I'm like, I don't need to follow a couple. So I think that goes back to the whole like, is having a boyfriend embarrassing? No. Is having a boyfriend on social media embarrassing? Maybe.
Yeah, but I mean, I think you can definitely fall into like a comfort zone, and that's like sort of where growth stops happening, right?
Yeah.
Is in your comfort zone. The two of you are like, we found each other. We're just, I mean, it's. I'm not even saying there's anything inherently wrong with this. It's like you've been stumbling through life. You finally found somebody you love, and you want to just sit at home and read a book. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. But it's like you are in your comfort zone, and like maybe sitting together and reading a book is growing, but like. I don't know. You know, as a friend, you're not like, that's growth when I don't see them and they read books together, whatever. I don't know.
Well, the scientific definition of love is settling. It's where you're not settling up or settling down. It's just like, I'm good here. I like it.
Yeah.
And I don't think comfort denotes growth.
I don't think you can settle up, though. You only ever settle down.
No, you can just.
I feel like comfort doesn't equal complacency.
Yeah, that's.
I feel like that's what you're trying to say.
Yeah. Just because you're comfortable doesn't mean you're not growing. You know, doesn't mean you're not learning. Every day you learn something. You read that book, you might learn something from that book, and then you share it with your partner.
Yeah.
You learn something, and then you grow together. Whatever which way.
Yeah.
But like you settling. There's a negative connotation to because you always think settling down. You can settle up. You can settle up. You know.
Yeah.
But the thing is I'm good here. I want to settle and build a thing. Settlement. I want to grow here.
Yeah.
And I think that's just you know it's never embarrassing to be like I'm happy. That's not embarrassing.
Yeah.
I think what Wes is saying though is like, I think we all know people who got boring after they got in a relationship, and not just because of like, because obviously like the main thing people will be like is like, oh, he never wants to come out anymore, he doesn't like party anymore, like that's not the part that becomes boring. It's like the part that can become boring is like, it is easier to be interesting when you're by yourself because you're only doing what you want. Like not saying like you can't be interesting in a couple, but like the whole like, oh, like I went to this thing and I did that thing and I did this thing and stuff. It's like being selfish gives you more opportunities to do interesting things. And also just going out and partying, obviously. Going out whenever you want, and that's harder to do in a relationship. But I don't think, again, I did not know Charlie X had that, because I'm like, I like Charlie XCX, but I'm like not a diehard XCXer, so I like only hear her popular songs, and I'm like, I thought that girl was a city girl, like that girl. And then she got married. I said, oh my God, she's a wife.
Well, part of it, I think, is the fundamentals is what are you centering your life around, right? If you're centering your life around your relationship, you're going to get fucking boring because all you care about is your relationship.
And we don't. The world does not care about your relationship, girl, unless you were a couple account. I think that's the really important thing. Like, you can't put this man on your social media and then be shocked when people start unfollowing. It's like, girl, I didn't follow you for that man. I followed you because you used to post like your coffee recipes and you used to go do all this and you used to do all that. And you're not doing as much as that because you're in a relationship, which is fine. But I don't give a fuck about date night.
Toxic relationships take away, they drain you. So you don't get to feel growth. You don't get to feel happy. You don't get to feel like, oh, like if I'm in a healthy relationship, babe, post that little coffee recipe. Post that little goofy shit that you love. Okay, I might not understand it or get it, but I love that you do it, and I'm going to encourage you. And that's where forward growth happens. Like, it's kind of like the plant weed thing, or if the plant's not in the right amount of sunlight. It's all of these little things that create, and there's plants everywhere. That's a good plant. It's really happy. But it's like, in order to build this thing, I think people nowadays, and that's part of, I think, why we're going through the movements that we're going through of going more analog or going through these things, or men that aren't on social media as much, or people finding these things that we're interested in now. Is it embarrassing? It's embarrassing because people are realizing, oh, I need to focus on this thing in order to be ready for that real relationship. The idea of like, oh, I can't love anybody until you love yourself. I think we're finally kind of coming around collectively, real 5D.
Yeah.
To what you said, I'm wondering, like, if people are already following influencers and whatever for like their coffee videos and the day in the life, like people are obviously following them because they appreciate their lifestyle. So like if they add a boyfriend into that, what's so bad about that?
I think the difference is adding a boyfriend. Like I wouldn't know, like there's a couple people who I follow who I don't know, like personally. I don't follow too many influencers, but like if like I don't know if they have a boyfriend or not, because that's just, they don't post them. I think like that's the difference. Like there's influencers or whatever, or people online who are like, that they have a partner because like, like they'll be in the passenger side of the car. Like they're like, yeah, they'll mention it. I think what this article was talking about are the people who try to turn their, like, I've also seen that where it's like all of a sudden everything is like your boyfriend's in every video or everything is relationship centered. Like, here's my date night look. Here's this. Oh my God, we're on vacation. And it's like, I wouldn't personally like unfollow someone just because they got a boyfriend. But if their content shifted, I know, guys. Once again,
the real enemy here.
You're done.
The real enemy is capitalism.
This girl said,
Dead ass.
This
A
girl,
boyfriend in this economy?
This girl started the article saying like, if I hear someone say my boyfriend, I unfollow. I'm like, that's a little crazy. I still think the wedding thing was also very crazy.
You sound like the Christmas bitch for
that. But it's like
the Grinch of boyfriends.
Yeah, but I will 100% like unfollow a couple account. Like the same way I'll unfollow account. Like if you start having like kids, love that for you. But if all of your content starts becoming like baby content,
is having kids embarrassing?
I don't know that little thing.
You know what though? That's actually a fair point for another day, because there is a movement of women online that are regretting having their kids, that are like, I wish I never had these kids.
Damn, that baby gonna get on the internet.
Dude,
That's
why are they posting that?
Why would you ever post that?
They're like trying to be like vulnerable, but it's like, bro, they're
Who
gonna
needs
see.
enemies with moms like that? That is
not
brutal.
embarrassing.
Scary.
Sorry, I talked to.
I mean, it's also like the nature of the post is also can be what's embarrassing. Somebody's like, they really broke the mold when they made you, and it's just like me, brulee, like, it's like, whatever. It's like, it's Trevor. He's fine. It's not. He's not like.
Do you feel like we have like fetishized like this hyper individualism now?
Oh hell yeah!
Because I feel like it's been just more and more like, you don't need a man, you don't need a relationship, you can do. But I feel like the weight of the world, especially now, and just like how weird everything is, like if there's any time to have like a partner to go through it, it feels like now's the time. Like, yippee, do this alone. Isn't everything awesome when you do everything alone forever? You're like, no.
I think there's a big online, again, I think the difference between social media and the real world, I think there is a whole thing of like romanticizing like this and like, I don't need a man to. I don't know a single woman and obviously I don't know every woman in the world. I don't know a single person who like would say I don't want a boyfriend. I think it's very much about I don't have a boyfriend right now, but I don't know anyone who's like I don't want a boyfriend unless they just got out of a relationship or like da. But like
I know an asexual that it feels that way.
Yeah.
Like asexual, like rough.
Yeah, like, but it's just, yeah, so it's like, I think something can be really, really big online and not, you know, like those articles like that parents will read and they're like, oh my God, if your kids are wearing these colored bracelets, it means they're giving head or they're doing, like, you remember that article? Like,
Silly bands?
Yeah, it was like the silly bands. It was
Oh,
like
yeah.
15 years ago, and it was like this whole thing, and everyone was just like, if your kid is wearing, you probably don't remember, but if your kid was wearing a
I
specific,
fuck with silly bands.
but like there was like
I
art.
didn't
Slut.
know that
God
silly
damn.
bands meant that you were giving head
Well,
though.
there was like the whole thing
I went
was
to all
like-
girls school.
the articles went viral, and all the parents were like, if like the articles were basically saying that different colors meant different sexual acts, and kids everywhere were like, that's never meant that. That might have been at one school, but that's not real. That like that is not actually a thing. I think that's what social media has done for like this whole like independent thing, like where it's like everyone's acting like they're like, my life is perfect. I wouldn't even if someone tried to be my boyfriend right now, I would say no. Like, but in real life, that's not happening. People are going on dates, and people are, like, you know, I'm like, I would not say no to a boyfriend. A girlfriend.
Well, there's also
Or
a
a
trad wife
friend.
movement too. There's also that whole trad wife movement that was kind of happening.
Yeah.
You know? So I think there's always that's awesome. I think it's just people I think just have different values and different things, but we also live in we live in a super capitalistic society where work and career is the upfront thing. So obviously, if my person that I'm with, I'm not going to value this relationship because it's not making me any money. So people are like, oh, this is going to make me money. Let me make an account online. We can get brand deals together.
Or like those
We can run
like
this
all
together.
the mixed couples, like couples who like interracial couples or whatever, like that's a whole thing where there's like people whose whole account is like, this is like my interracial like relationship or whatever. Like I just was reading this article on it, but it's like literally like people who have couples accounts where it's just like the entire account is them just being an interracial couple. Or
I think I've seen those videos.
Yeah, it's just like
You got
Pornhub, X hamster.
But yeah, like, I don't think I will ever in my life.
Bunny takes giant black.
God, I'm progressive.
But just like I'll never follow a couple's account. I think I could black and white firmly say like I will never follow a couple's account because I don't think I will ever give a fuck about any couple's relationship that much. Not even like, except for like a fandom account. Like I follow like a Detective Benson and Stabler account. Like if someone wanted to
That's
post
all,
it.
but that's you know.
That's love. That's real love.
I feel I like coming here, I started writing like a few thoughts down, and one of them was about how like we're so hyper individualistic as a society, like you said. And I think that's like honestly, even from an evolutionary standpoint, like we actually are not as a species meant to survive individually. Like we're meant to survive in clans. And I think right now, societally, we have such a weird emphasis on being alone when in reality, like human nature inherently is actually your psyche wants to be loved and valued and like considered even or just seen. So I do find it like very odd that we've fetishized like I don't want to be like fetishize individualism. We need individualism for sure. Like I'm not lobbying for that to leave us, but I also just I don't fully lobby for like, and being alone, like unless it's really, really truly a choice. But I don't know. I think we've gone too far. I think it's like an overcorrection tactic is like what I'm trying to say.
Online, like I really like even people who are always posting about like I love spending time by myself, like they're out there trying to get a partner.
It doesn't feel that genuine.
Yeah, no, I don't think that there's anyone who's genuinely like it just feels like it's like this thing, like the whole like I think you were saying earlier, like this whole thing of like being a spinster used to be embarrassing, and like Sex and the City was like they were in their 30s or 40s or whatever, and we're so embarrassed to not have a partner. And I think the response of this hyper individualism is basically saying you don't have to be embarrassed because you're single, but I don't think it's saying you should be single. Like single is good. Being single is great.
I mean, I don't know, cause I'm someone who's naturally introverted. I like to spend a lot of time alone. I love myself. Thrive in solitude. But I do think that there is also the idea of kind of what you're saying is, you know, there's romantic relationships and then there's community, you know, as well. Because I think that like, you know, we go to community more often when, and I mean, there are often women, we tend to do this thing where when we're in relationships, we tend to make our entire life that relationship. And then we end up forgetting our friends. and then we end up losing friendships because we've made our entire life that thing, and then we get out of that relationship, we're like, oh, you know, and then in that way sometimes you feel embarrassed. But I think it goes back to that point of what we're centering and what we're choosing to be our values when it comes to love and relationships, and what is watering us. And capitalism. Fuck, it's crazy.
All right. Well, I think we got it. Great work, everyone.
Great work.
Thanks for
coming
tuning in. Thanks for
guys.
calling in.
Not embarrassing to have a boyfriend. Hit my line if you want to be mine.
Yeah.
12 days till Valentine's. Have a cheap date.
Oh, yeah. Tell Rock guy to DM.
6'3"?
Forrest.
6'3"? Forrest.
That's Wes's man. So
If you guys are looking for an embarrassing boyfriend, let me know.
Let me know.
Handles right here. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back
guys.
next Monday. Thanks, y'all.
Next Monday.